music, stories, and more. You're listening to Artbeat Radio, a program by Able Arts Work.
Hi, I'm Brian Corder, and I'm going to introduce another episode. It's about the special outing that happened. My interview with KLBP, 99.1 FM. I got on Derek's van and he drove me to the recording studio. And this guy, Doug, he went for me. So I'd like to say thank you, Doug, for doing that.
You're welcome.
Well, we have on trip. We have already exited the amphitheater. We're going to the studio. I got a certificate after that interview. It was great. The happiest, the biggest moment ever in my life. Since years and years after graduation. And my brother's wedding. Everybody that was not in the day programs at the home got to experience it with me. Please enjoy this interview. Just go with the hear voices because it was on the radio and you cannot see the people on the radio.
Welcome to a special broadcast on KLBP for California Public Radio Day. And we have Brian from Artbeat Radio in the studio. They made it. Say hi, Brian.
Hi, glad to be here.
Oh, glad you're here. So let's get get to know you a little bit more, Brian. Brian, has it always been your dream to be on the radio?
Yeah.
Great. Brian, do you want to tell them the story that you were telling me about growing up and having a dream being on the radio?
Yeah. When I was growing up, I always had this dream of being on the radio.
Okay, and then you made it.
Yeah.
Did you have any struggles getting to this point, Brian? Did people ever tell you you can't do it?
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of people that said, "Oh, you would never make it." In fact, when I was born, I was only 1 pound, 1 ounce.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you had quite a start there.
Yeah, and look at me now.
Right. Yeah, you made it on the radio. And so how did you feel when you first heard your voice on the radio? Did you think it was silly?
Well, I have CP, and with my type of CP, it affects my speech a little bit.
Right.
And recently, I have a little bit of skin that prevents my tongue from touching the roof of my mouth.
Oh, okay. Well, you sound pretty good to me. You're doing a great job, Brian.
Thank you.
And Brian, do you want to tell people what CP is? What does that stand for?
CP stands for cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have a couple friends with cerebral palsy. I love their sense of humor. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that's great. Thanks, Brian. Santino, we are here with Santino, also from All Things Dope. He has a show on Thursdays.
Yes, thank you.
And Santino, how did you come to realize you wanted to be a producer on the radio?
I was leaving another business on Pine Avenue one evening, and there's some stuff going on down the street, and I bumped into Mansour at one of the KLBP pop-up tables, and he got my information to volunteer, and I learned through showing up to volunteer events that I can submit a radio show and possibly get on the air. So I was like, well, I might as well shoot my shot if I have this opportunity.
Right.
And then that's pretty much what happened.
Oh, so it wasn't always a dream of yours like Brian's. You just happened to just be walking down the street and
I almost literally just stumbled upon it.
you're like, I think I'll do that.
Yeah, but beyond just like doing it on a whim just for kicks, like I'm also thinking this will be good to kind of meet some people with radio experience.
Yeah.
I always like learning stuff. It'd be good to see how far I can maybe go within radio eventually.
Yeah.
And also I like the idea of it being community focused.
Right.
Me not being from here, and a majority of my time just is spent, trying to survive like everybody else. I don't really grow my community that's around me too much, but being involved in things like this, I think kind of helps with meeting a lot of people and, like-minded people as well. And it's the added bonus that the community-focused radio is pretty much everybody focused on positivity and uplifting each other.
Exactly. Not a bad way to spend your time. And KLBP is glad to have you. But Brian, it's always been your dream to be on the radio. And I heard you had quite a journey. So, like, now that you have your own radio show, does having your own radio show make you popular? Does everyone want to be your friend now?
Yeah. In fact, I never in a group home, and not all of them, but some of them, because most is in a day program, and some will be listening to this podcast. This broadcast.
Yeah. And then I listened to your show. I love your show. You feature some of your friends on there, and you're a great interviewer. How do you come up with some of your questions to ask them?
Well, I brainstorm along with some of the staff, and that's it.
Yeah, so Brian goes to a day program called Able Arts Work. We're a nonprofit for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And since 2012, actually, we've had the podcast Artbeat Radio. It sort of lived in the background, but then during quarantine portion of COVID, one of Brian's dreams was to really build it up, and that's when we started doing weekly episodes.
Yay.
And then we finally found KLBP. We were able to advocate to get different voices on the radio, and that's why we get to hear Brian today. He's worked really hard to be here and, taken group classes about interview questions and how to be more confident, ask great follow-up questions, and have active listening skills. So he's worked really, really hard to be here. And a great part of that is just the community focus that KLBP has. And that's a big part of our day program as well, is interacting with the community and making the community, not making them, but having the community interact with us and teaching both sides how to do that.
Man, I am so glad that you guys are out here. I love your show, Brian, and you. It's just so much fun listening to you on the radio. And
Thank you.
yeah, so keep doing it. I'm so excited to have you. Let's take another break. And then we'll come back with more questions on getting to know everyone. Yay! That was. We're back with our special program on KLBP for California Public Radio Day, and I'm your host Irene Irie, broadcasting on KLBP FM 99.1 FM, live at the station on Shannon's Corner on Pine, and we are here with Brian of Artbeat Radio. Say hello.
Hello.
Yay. And also Don Juan DeSparco of All Things Dope.
Hello, still here. What's going on?
Yeah. We're just having some more getting to know you questions for California Public Radio Day. So, Brian, do you get excited every time you create an episode? Is it hard work for you?
No, I'm stymied on what to say.
Yeah, it is kind of a mind reach to figure out what it is live on the air on the mic. But it's exciting, right, to create an episode. Or
Absolutely.
yeah, but is it hard work? Do you think it's hard work or is it fun?
It's fun.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, man. Creating radio is fun. Sometimes it could be hard. Like you said, it's like what do I want to come up with? What do I want to say? But when you're actually creating it, it's a lot of fun. So Santino, how do you get ideas for episodes?
Starting out, I had a few clear segments that I was running with, and then it's just kind of whatever I think of. I was starting out in the first maybe like 10 or so episodes. I was kind of writing a loose script of everything, and now I'm kind of just to the point. I don't know if this is an advancement or a regress, but the day I'll go to record my show, sometimes I'll just come up with what I'm going to do that day.
Yeah.
Like today's episode that's going to come on at 4 p.m. Pacific time for everyone around the world. The premise is I bought this time machine off Craigslist.
Ooh.
And it can't go forward in time or go to like different universes or nothing like that, but it could go backwards and to our present time to get us back here. So I'm taking the time machine to a specific year and just highlighting songs of that year.
Ooh.
And then I think that just came up because I don't want to exhaust the other segments I do. I want to kind of keep it changing up here and there for the listener.
Keep it interesting.
Like it's still going to be what it is, but it's not always going to be the exact same thing.
You know, that's good advice because my show is pretty predictable too. I have a format that I follow and it's tried and true. And sometimes I just come into the station and just do it on the fly. But being organized and having ideas firsthand is like definitely the way to go. Brian, how do you get ideas for episodes? Do your friends give you ideas, or how do you come up with ideas for episodes?
I'm stuck on this question.
Yeah, it's a hard question. Sometimes, so we have a Artbeat Radio group. Sometimes it's led by a music therapist. Sometimes it's led by a producer or somebody more involved in the music business. And the role that Brian has and some of our other service users is just researching, brainstorming. Sometimes we'll just, they'll throw spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. Could be, an episode interviewing somebody. We just interviewed the CEO of Remo, the instrument company. That'll be coming out in September. So listen in on Sundays at 9 a.m.
So yeah. Brian interviews the CEO of Remo.
That one was actually Doug, another one. He's off mic, but Doug is in the room with us. Doug came up with those questions on the fly because he entered our building during a First Friday. So we just pulled him into the studio, like basically old-timey with a cane. We forced him, to answer our questions, and he had a great time.
Oh, that's great.
Good job, Doug.
Yeah, great job, Doug. So I love your guys' show. I was listening to the episode where you guys were trying different flavors. I think it was banana plantains or something. And you were just like, what does this taste like? Or you guys were describing how it tasted. It was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of ASMR crunching sounds into the mic, and it was. I felt like I wanted to eat them with you. And Brian, you were interviewing this one lady about her knitting, and I just thought that was very fun. All the questions you were asking, and It was a good segment. So great job, Brian.
Thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. Another question for Brian. You have a lot of music on your episodes.
Yeah?
Do you listen to the music before they make it on the episode? Do they have to go by you before they, or do they, do you like the music?
Well, they asked me what song would you like in this particular episode?
Yes.
What song would you like here? Would you like there?
Oh, so you do have to give your approval.
Yeah.
Yeah, great taste in music.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
I like all genres of music.
it shows. I mean, you can get all kinds of beats and feelings and attitudes and moods and yeah, it's such a delight. Artbeat Radio on Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays at 9 a.m.
Yeah, and when COVID reared its ugly head, I even played COVID Man, getting rid of COVID.
Hey, yeah, good selection.
Call it The Monster Within.
Yeah, an episode that we have, a very popular one, is titled A Monster Within. That one's available on Spotify right now. And Brian created a short story about himself, beating up COVID.
Hey, yeah, dumb COVID.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one yet, but I'm sure on an encore. We're running encore episodes now, so I'm sure I can catch it on an encore.
Yeah, it closed my group home. It closed the program around here.
Yeah, COVID closed everything.
Yeah. Well, we're back. We're back now, and we are live at the station. We are live in the studio doing a special broadcast for California Public Radio Day. Yes.
A session that will feature the rhythm section.
There is more coming on KLBP for California Public Radio Day that was refused with Liberation Frequency. And we are here with Heidi and Brian of Artbeat Radio and Santino Padilla, a.k.a. Don Juan DeSparco.
Yes, I am. How's it going, everyone? Thanks for staying tuned.
Yeah. And I am your host, Irene Irie. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys are having fun right now. In honor of California Public Radio Day, we are going to give you some public radio fun facts. And, a good tip that you could do when you have a radio show is to have a little background music that plays in the background. So for fun, let's just have this while we're sharing our fun facts. I'll go first. My public radio fun fact is, did you know that National Public Radio, NPR for short, their first broadcast was on April 20th, 1971, and they covered the Vietnam War hearings. And it doesn't seem like that long ago, right? 1971, April 20th. It's also 420.
420. That's what's up.
But yeah, the first NPR broadcast was covering the Vietnam War hearings. That seems very, very important. And thank you, Public Radio.
Good job, Public Radio.
All right. How about you, Brian? You have a fun fact, right?
Yeah.
What's your fun fact?
My fun fact is President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Public Radio Act of 1967 to ensure access to diverse and high-quality programming for all citizens.
Yeah, that's great. Good job. Thank you, President Lyndon B. Johnson. Again, 1967. That doesn't seem like that long ago for the public to have its own voice, and I think that's very important to have a diverse and high quality program for us, measly citizens to share and do.
Shout out Lyndon B.
Yay. Okay, Santino, what's your public radio fun fact?
did you know the radio show All Things Considered was the first national program on NPR, and it's still running today. Bonus fun fact, that is the show that I derived the name of my show from, All Things Dope.
I see.
On today at 4 p.m., by the way.
That's cool. The first broadcast, and it's still on the air.
Still going.
The people are speaking, and they love that show. That's great. Good old public radio fun facts. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you coming prepared and bringing it. And Brian, great job on your radio voice.
Thank you.
So let's stretch out that radio voice some more. And right now, I'm going to ask that you guys each say a station liner. Now, if you don't know what a station liner is, a station liner are those lines that are in rotation on the air that kind of just lets you know what's going on at the station. So we have support liners, and then there's this thing called a rebroadcast liner. So, Brian, I want you to read this rebroadcast liner for our encore episodes.
All right, I will.
Thanks.
This program is a rebroadcast. It was held at any date and time on this station.
Great. Yeah, that was perfect. Good job, dude. And thank you, radio DJ hosts, for being here. Let's see, what else do I have in store for us? You know what? Let's take another break, and then we'll close it out with some more questions. And yeah, and
sure.
We're back, closing out this last part of the second half of our special program. Special broadcast for California Public Radio Day on KLBP 99.1 FM. So just closing it out with a couple last few questions, and over some background music, we'll play Zeba's Braid Forever Got Shorter. So just to close this out, Brian,
Yes?
who is your biggest encourager to be on the radio?
My mom.
Your mom. Aw. How is she encouraging?
She bought me my first alphabet board
Oh.
with art with letters A, B, and C, and C encouraged me to watch Sesame Street and Mr. Watts's Neighborhood.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love Sesame Street. And Mr. Oh, those are good references. Great job.
So, thank you, Mom.
Aww. Anybody else that encouraged you to be on the radio, Brian?
You go with the film that it's a funny, but that sitcom WKLP in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
That's a good show.
Nice. What about you, Santino? Who are your biggest supporters and encouragers?
Definitely at the top of the list is my wife. She's always been very supportive and the most encouraging when it comes to me, following what I'm passionate about and doing that in life.
Of course, that's why she's the wife, right?
Yeah, that's one of many reasons. She's an amazing, giving person as well.
Aww, that's so cute. I love a good love story. Let's see, who are my biggest supporters? Well, my boyfriend. Shout out to Christian. But I was doing radio before I met him. So, who was I honestly, I think the person that was pushing me to keep going was myself. My own self. Because,
Want to thank me.
But I've gotten some good feedback from friends. Shout out to my other friend Benny. She listens from time to time, and she's always giving me the thumbs up, and so that's all I need to keep going. No one's given me a thumbs down yet, so. And then last question for Brian. Brian, how do you like being a part of KLBP?
I never.
Yeah, your show is on Sundays at 9.
Yeah.
And so do you and your friends all gather around and listen together?
Yeah.
And during those music segments, is it like a big dancing? Are you guys all dancing together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them is dancing right now.
Oh, I bet! Yay! So
Can't see it, but Brian is busting a move right now.
Thank you, Heidi.
I got you.
He's got good moves. So your friends are listening. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay, everybody in the group home, I'm on the air.
Yay! And okay, Santino, last question. What do you think sets KLBP apart from the other stations?
I think the obvious one for me is that it's public radio versus all the other stations being like for-profit radio owned by big corporations. The purpose is money, so they have an agenda when it comes to the music they put on the air. Whereas the public radio format, pretty much like my story is the perfect example. Anybody off the street can have a radio show. So it's the accessibility is big. Whereas, again, as good as I think I am with my radio show, there's a barrier to entry also with the corporate radio. I can't just walk into Power 106 and be like, hey, I do what Big Boy does, and then they're going to put me on the air. But with KLBP, they give me the opportunity. And my first show aired the first week of this year, so I'm still counting my experience in months. But anything that I'm curious about, I'm able to approach the higher-ups at the radio station, and they're always, more than happy to tell me what I want to know.
Yeah.
Just as far as growing with the radio.
We're always happy to help. We need the help too. So anything you need, we'll help you help us. No, but here at KLBP, everyone's so passionate, and if you can't tell by our producers, they all have passion within themselves. And I mean, Santino mentioned that anybody can do it, but I mean, you're not going to do it unless you want to. And when you want to, it shows on the air just how much you want to. So thank you, Brian, for being here. Thank you, Santino, for also being here. So thanks for listening, and thank you for checking out this special edition live broadcast for California Public Radio Day.
Yay!
I just left the station, and boy, are my arms tired.
Why are your arms tired?
I thought I would share my sense of humor with them.
How do you feel like it went?
Great. I was looking forward to it, but I was kind of a little nervous at the same time. Nice to be interviewed by you. Well, there was a TV sitcom called WKRP in Cincinnati that ran on CBS Channel 2 from 78 to 1982. And that was the inspiration of me going on the radio. Well, many people thought that I would not make it. But now look at me. I'm a producer of Artbeat Radio here at April Artwork, and I'm happy. I am so grateful that people were willing to take a chance on me. Well, thank you very much for giving me your time, and I guess that will be it. And you've been listening to another installment of Artbeat Radio. Bye-bye.